Man, what's going on? What's good in the hood? This is your boy Lucky Loco coming at you with a little bit of a series, a little something you want to go ahead and check out, man. This is called Pinochle Talk. So I want you to go ahead and tap in, go ahead and like, subscribe, share. Let's blow up this channel, man. These are going to be stories I'm going to go ahead and share with you. Let's get it cracking. Let me know. What's up, everybody? This is your boy Lucky Loco coming at you with a little bit of tits and tales of my story of my life. So as you guys know, I went to prison, right? So let's talk about before I went to prison. Okay, so I'm sitting back, I'm relaxing in this apartment. I didn't let anybody know where I lived. I lived in this little one-bedroom apartment. I stayed in the living room. My bedroom was just for clothes, product. It was bare stuff, man. It was just a little trap house without being sold out of, right? So, but nobody knows where I live, but I live close to where I was hustling. So I get this phone call, and my homeboy tells me, he's like, "Hey man, whatever you got in your house, you better get rid of it because they just took like about 15, 20 of your homeboys out of these apartments. They're doing a big old raid." So I start checking around. I start getting these weird phone calls from my homeboys, and they're calling like, "Hey, what's up, man? I need to re-up and blah 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 blah." And I was like, "Man, fuck you. I don't know what the hell you're talking about." You know what I mean? So they're like, "Man, we need to." And then the cop was like, "Well, listen here, you fat fuck. We're going to get you. And all this stuff." And then I'm getting all these phone calls, and I start seeing all these people getting hemmed up. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, maybe just a little bit. I'm not wanted, but I'm ducking and I'm dodging. And this is before social media. This is before all the stuff that comes out before. And word spreads like wildfire. So I'm getting these other phone calls. They're like, "Hey man, I think you're on the run because they're taking all these partners of mine down. They're taking all these hustlers down. And so all these doors are getting kicked in." And then I called my homegirl. I was like, "Hey, look, I need a place to crash. I need a place to kick it. I don't know if they know where I'm at. Um, I don't know if they're looking for me or not." And she's like, "Yeah, that's cool." So I go over her place, and she has like this basement suite down there, right? So I'm down there kicking it, and I'm watching the news, and they're showing big drug raid hitting Colorado, blah, blah, blah. So I start seeing all these names popping up. All these places I used to go to got raided. So as they're raiding the places, they're sweeping up all these people. They're doing their job. And so I'm sitting there like, well, maybe, just maybe. And they're like, "Okay, we got so many people at large, and the people wanted for questioning, but we do have the ringleader who is wanted." And they say my name. I'm like, "Oh fuck!" And then worse to that, they show my apartment. So I was like, "Dang!" So the landlady recognizes me. I call her. I was like, "Oh man, I'm sorry." She's like, "I thought you were a carpenter, and here you're a drug dealer." Um, so I'm getting wanted. I'm on the run. So people are coming to the house, and my homegirl's like, "Oh, don't worry about it, homeboy. Nobody's gonna recognize you." And her dad decides to throw a party. Her dad's drinking it up, partying. And next thing you know, David, all these people start coming in and like, "What's up, homeboy? Hey man, ain't you wanted?" And I'm like, "Nah, that ain't me, bro. There's gotta be, it has to be you. Sure, dude." And I was like, "Nah, dude, that's not me." And so I'm on the run, and I'm sitting there, I was like, "Dang, I'm gonna have to get the fuck out of here. People are gonna start calling the cops." And then I tell the lady I'm with, I'm like, "Man, I am on the run. You can go ahead and go back to where you're going." So as the cops are looking for me, I get in this desperate state of mind. I'm like, okay, so I can't stay over here. So I start getting motel rooms. And so the homies start getting motel rooms. And I'm over there posted up, and I'm still hustling. So I'm still hustling, but I'm going through the channels of the people that weren't caught up. So I'm like, okay, this is starting to get dangerous. So I get out of the motel room, and I start moving around. So I get in a desperate state, and I start robbing the drug dealers. I'm going from place, and this is, like I said, this is before social media. So I start robbing these drug dealers, and I'm just like, "Hey man, no offense or nothing, I'm on the run. Whatever we can handle, however you want." And they're like, "Man, just take it, get the fuck out of here." So I hit about maybe 4 drug dealers, and I'm on the run, and I'm just like, man, I don't know what I'm wanted for. So they finally come up on the newspaper, and I start reading it, and then I find out I'm on the run just for drug dealing, because there was a lot of stuff I was into. So I just wanted to find out what it is that I was wanted for. There's rumors going around saying I was wanted for this, wanted for that, and then I was just like, I had no clue. So I'm in a desperate state of mind, and I'm out here robbing drug dealers. And so as I go on the run, and I tell this person that I'm with, I'm like, hey man, you can go ahead and dip. I'm go ahead and go home. I'm gonna go to Canada. So as I start I go to Colorado Springs. I start hiding out in Colorado Springs because I'm not only just wanted from the police, the DEA, and all these other crazy stuff. Then now I'm wanted by drug dealers, by high-end, connected, well-known gang member drug dealers. These ain't low-level people that I was dealing with. And so I'm on the run, and I'm in Colorado Springs, and I'm hiding out up there. I get a motel room, and it was just, I was like, okay, well, nobody knows me here in Colorado Springs, so I'm going to go hide out here. And I went and got the ticket. Greyhound, this is, you don't need no ID or anything, so I take off back to Canada. And as I get to getting closer and closer, each state, different state, and then next thing you know, I get on a bus, and I'm on there all alone. Like, there's nobody on there. There's just me and the girl that I was with. And we get on the bus, and I just noticed from Seattle to Bellingham, nobody's on this bus. And I'm getting on the phone calls, and, my mom, I don't know, whoever was going to help me get across the border while I was on the run. Okay. So I'm tired as shit. I ain't slept. I'm worried. I feel bad about, all the stuff, all the crimes I've committed, all the homies I robbed. It was just straight, like, man. And then I'm tired. I get to Bellingham. I could smell the ocean. I remember that. I could smell the ocean. I'm in Colorado. I haven't smelled the ocean, man, in about a good maybe 16 years. About 15, 16 years. And I can smell like the ocean. I'm just sitting there like, God, like I can. And then I have my head down. I'm walking. I got a few bucks in cash on me. I'm walking, and then I hear Travis, Bob. And I look up, and there's fucking DEA, FBI, fucking guns out, the marshals, all these different people with their guns out. And I just dropped my bag, and it's like, fuck. Almost made it home, man. It was, there was something for the books, man, because as soon as I got in county jail, it turns out the girl that I was chilling with started calling her mom, oh, we're over here. And her mom's like, fuck that, I'm calling the cops, and called the police and told them where we're at. I told this stupid woman, just stay where you're at, because I'm on the run and I'm not going to be coming back. And so I get into county jail. I'm tired. Man, I'm tired of stuff, and I walk in, and I see these Southerners in there, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna start my flag now. There's about 4 or 5 of them, and about a unit of like 25 people. And so I go there and I take a shower, and if you're ever in the Whatcom County Jail out here in Bellingham, it's in the shower in front of everybody, like right under where the TV used to be, like where everybody sits to eat. This is where it's at. So I take a shower. They see the tattoos on my back and all this other stuff, and they come up and the Southside Tokers, homie, fuck you busters. And I was like, all right, homie, you want to hit me up? I put my boxers back on, go to my cell, and I'm figuring this dude, this Chicano dude, bald head, is one of them, and he's fucking, you can tell he's been to the pen. And like I said, I was just a kid, so I haven't been to the pen yet. So I go into the room. I was like, all right, come on, motherfuckers. And so I say motherfuckers because I thought all 5 of them, that's usually what happens, is they'll jump on you, right? I've been through the business before. I've been through a few fights, so I thought I was going to get jumped. My cellie, he tells him no, it's one-on-one. Homeboy called him out. He was just taking a shower, minding his own business. Go in there and go fight the homie. Help! I'm putting hands and feet, tips and toes. This dude's me in every single fucking corner in the cell. make an example of this motherfucker. So if they ever want to try to jump on me again, and so get them, beat them up, throw them out my cell. I go take another shower because I got somebody's blood on me. So I'm taking a shower, and then my cellie, he ends up being from Chicago. He's a gangster disciple. I thought he was an SA. He's like, look, Holmes, I know you're Nathaniel. Just go ahead and go ahead and sleep up. He goes, I'll watch the door. Nothing's gonna happen to you. I put that on everything. So I take dude's word for it and go to sleep. So I go to sleep and get up. I slept for like a day and a half. I didn't get up for chow, nothing. I was just like, he would wake me up a little bit and be like, hey man, could I have your tray? And I was like, go ahead, homie. When you're in jail, you're not thinking of eating or fucking any of that bullshit that's on your food. And I was like, go ahead, homie, you can have it, man. And so he's sitting there grubbing down. And then when I wake up, I'm kind of hungry. Homeboy's running a store. He gives me a couple soups, some crackers, some food. We get to chopping it up. And then I end up playing cards with these dudes because they're the only ones that are in there. They're the only gente, the only raza that are in there. So we ended up playing cards and, find out the dude I beat up is from Denver. The other person's from Denver, and they're getting deported. And they're talking about, oh man, I don't even want to do this stuff no more. And I was fully active. I was a young kid, so I was fully active. I was like, but I always had respect for them. If they ever disrespect me, I'll disrespect them. Fight. If you want to fight, stab if you want to stab, shoot if you want to shoot. So that's just a little story I have for being on the run before I went to prison. I'll talk about being extradited back too. Comment if you want to hear about the journey back from Bellingham, Washington to Pueblo, Colorado, man, because that was a trip too. I'll tell you about the Marshall ride back home and when I finally got back to the crib. Tap in, hit that like, subscribe, comment, help me build this channel, and let's get it cracking. Let me know.